Hello, Algebra 2 students and parents alike, and welcome to Back to School Night. Different Back to School Night, but Back to the School Night nonetheless. You're here, so you found my webpage and you clicked on this link to kind of get an overview of how the class is going, how the class is going to work. I am Mr. Edwards. I value your time, and we'll make this as brief and as formative as possible. So I'm going to go through just a couple little slides. Then there'll be a portion where you can ask some questions, post some questions on a Padlet, and I can respond to them. So you'll check back in a couple of days. I'll respond to them as fast as I can. You can see what other parents and students are asking and see my answers to that. So let's get started. I'm going to come start this presentation here. It won't take very long. We are in Algebra 2. The two things, my email down there is a good one. Communication is going to be big as a part of this hybrid model, which we'll talk about, but that's my email I will get to as fast as possible. So if you have any questions regarding grades, material, any kind of questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I check that thing often. The plan. Algebra 2 is notorious for being a very tough class on students towards the end of their math high school careers. We are trying to adjust and fit the needs for all students. So in this level 2 course, Algebra 2, we are going to try to live in this realm. This is the realm of real life applications, projectile motion, reading off of graphs and using graphs where we see those and how to use them. I'll try not to move my mouse because it pops up. We saw how many times did we see that curve during the beginning of the pandemic? Flatten the curve. What does that mean? Being able to think critically about this stuff and understanding what these things mean when we see them and how to use them. There will be analytical pieces to it where we have to do Algebra 2 type things, but for the most part, we want to live in the real world. How does this stuff affect us in the real world? Where can we see it? How can we use it? And how can it help us? That's the plan. That's where we want to live. There are two overarching goals as far as what I want from this class for you. The first one is going to be to prepare you, okay? I want to prepare you for what's next. Whether you're having to take another math class here at MASH, whether you're going to college, whether you're joining the workforce, I want to prepare you for that experience. All that preparation requires those things down there. You got to be able to think critically. What are we actually looking at? You got to be organized. We have a lot of stuff going on. You're juggling a lot of things. And in this hybrid model, you're juggling fewer things than normal, but it's still a juggle. So we got to be organized. You got to be able to master concepts, explain them to other people, master them, use them. And in the interpersonal relationships, you have to be able to work together. Even in this socially distanced environment we're in, we still have to have those relationships and be able to talk and work with other people. And then obviously hard work. All that stuff comes into the hard work piece. Okay, that's goal number 1. Goal number 2, I don't know what job you're going to do when you finally end up choosing a career, but odds are that job is going to require problem solving. I need you to be able to solve problems. When a problem arises, do you turn, tuck tail, and run away, or are you using strategies you've fostered and you've made throughout the years to help you solve those problems? That's what I want from you, okay? 2 overarching goals. I've talked about it a couple times. Yes, we are in a hybrid model. It is very different. But 2 things I want you to consider during this hybrid model, and I will consider them as well, are flexibility and communication. Okay, I am going to be flexible. I'm going to change due dates. I'm going to change when we're testing, how we're doing notes. I'm going to change a lot of things as we go, and you guys need to be flexible and be able to move with it as well. From your end, you have to change what you've done in the past. Maybe you've done the same thing over and over in all your math classes, and it served you well, but you have to be flexible. Not everything you've done in the past is going to work in this model, and we are going to have to fix that. And also, communication. There's that email again I gave you. We have to be able to communicate. If I want to change something, if you need help with something, we have to reach out. There'll be office hours. I post those on Google Classroom, which we'll get to. But come see me during office hours. Email me. Talk to me on our face-to-face days. It's all about communication and being flexible. Okay. If you find yourself asking any of these 2 questions, how am I doing, or how is my child doing, I'm going to direct you to Sapphire. Be able to log into Sapphire and check your grades. I am pretty darn good at getting things graded and entered in the grade book. Stuff will not sit on my desk ungraded for very long. If I have it, you've turned it in, you want feedback, I want to give you feedback, I will get stuff graded almost instantly, ASAP for sure. If you find yourself asking the questions, what am I doing right now? What is my child doing right now? I'm going to direct you to Google Classroom. You can jump on your child's Google Classroom and check out our stream. Our stream is just a list of what I've been posting, whether it's videos, whether it's activities, whether it's worksheets. What we are currently doing in class will always be at the top of your Google Classroom stream, and you can see exactly what we're doing. We've recently got a checklist, a weekly checklist of what's expected. That's a great thing for parents to go over with their students. Get on the checklist. It's on Google Classroom, and you can go through, have you done this? Have you started this? Where are you on this? We can all kind of be on the same page and keep ourselves motivated and pointed in the right direction. Okay, so that's a general overview. I told you it'd be quick. General overview, Algebra 2, Level 2. This is Mr. Edwards. If you have your phone, you can scan this QR code and it'll take you to a Padlet. If you are on your computer, then you can't scan this thing. I will direct you back to where you started with the Mr. Edwards page, still under construction, but there will be a Padlet Q&A for you right here. You click on this Padlet and it will take you to, well, let's see where it takes you to. Is it working? Hey, it's working. Here's a Padlet. What are some questions you have about this class? You click the pink plus sign. You can post any question you want right here. It'll send me an email saying someone posted a question on this board, and then I'll answer it for everyone to see. You can see what other parents and other students have asked about. I'll give this 2 weeks. It'll be left on for 2 weeks to come check your responses or check my responses, and that's where we're at. So welcome to this new and exciting Algebra 2 class. I look forward to the challenges, and send me some emails. Come and see me in office hours. We've got to communicate. See ya.